Hi students, this is Mrs. Thompson. The first thing I want to do is let you know in these videos if I'm going a little too fast or you're having a hard time finding your stuff, just pause the video at any point. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to find your page number 10 that you did yesterday. And I just want to correct this with you. I want you to correct your own work. I think it's really important. So if you did page number 10 yesterday, number 1, A is 6. B is negative, C is negative 6. And we have to remember the red counters were negatives. So we counted up the red counters and then we made our answer negative. Number 2, A is 9, B is negative, and C is negative 9. Number 9 is negative 9. Number 10 is negative 11. And number 11 is negative 10. Just remember when you're doing this math, if you have the same sign, you're just adding the numbers and keeping the sign. Go ahead and pause the video and get your notes ready for our lesson today. Okay, the first thing I want to do is explain absolute value. What absolute value is, in case you don't remember, is it's the distance from 0. So 1, positive 1, is 1 space away from 0. Negative 1 is also 1 space away from 0. So when we're talking about absolute value, we talk about the actual number, meaning the distance away from 0. So positive and negative numbers, the same number, positive 1, negative 1, will have the same absolute value. So technically, when you do this math and you're adding integers with the same sign, which I also like to call it combining integers. So I want you to add to your notes that combine is like adding. That's really important because when we get a little further in the math, we want to say combine, we don't want to say add. And that'll make sense to you later. I just want to start you with that vocabulary. So what they're saying is combine the absolute value, add the absolute value of the numbers, and then keep the sign of the numbers. So let me show you an example. If I had negative 7 plus, which is also combined with negative 6, what I want to do is I want to find the absolute value of both these numbers. So the absolute value of negative 7 is 7. And the absolute value of negative 6 is 6. When I add those numbers together, I get 13. And then I keep the sign of my original numbers, and my actual answer is negative 13. So again, you add their absolute value, and then you keep the sign of the numbers you had. I also want to show you a simple one on a number line because there are other ways to calculate this. We can use counters, okay, and make reds negatives and yellows positive. We can also use a number line, which I'll be honest is not always my favorite way to do this, but I think for some people it's helpful. So let's look at counters up there. So let's look at negative 1 combined with or plus negative 3. When I'm on a number line, I always want to put my 0, put my negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. Remember, this is the positive numbers. And I want to start at negative 1 because that's where I started. And I want to combine it with negative 3. Well, negative means I go left. So 1, 2, 3. I end at negative 4. If you go back to our original method, the absolute value of negative 1 is 1. The absolute value of negative 3 is 3. I combine those, I make it 4, and I keep the sign, and I still get the same answer, negative 4, negative 4. Hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions, stop this video and email me, and I'll see you on the next video.